a while. Shit's been slowing down for me a little bit. Just because I've been sick all week. I don't know if you could see like the redness on my face. But yeah, bro, I've just been sick. And not motivated to make content while being sick. I've been sleeping just probably like 16 hours a day the past like 3 days. Maybe it's been a little less, like 14 hours or something. But it's not COVID or RSV or influenza, so I don't know what the fuck this thing is, but it's kicking my ass. Um, you know, life has just been really busy with baby stuff. And it seems like every week we have something baby related that we have to do. Um, and it's just time consuming, you know what I mean? Uh, but I just feel guilty because I haven't been able to train my guys this week. And a couple of them have fights coming up, and I feel really guilty. And I also want to be there for them, but like I also don't want to get them sick, especially when we have some guys that are in fight camp right now trying to fight in June. Um, but yeah, man, I've just been sick and busy, and um, it seems like I could just never have a chill week, but that's fine. I just wish I was healthy, you know what I mean? But yeah, I feel really guilty that I can't be with my guys in the gym. Um, so um, yeah, and then I feel conflicted as well because I know I'm gonna be taking like a month and a half, maybe 2 month break off from coaching altogether when the baby's here. And I feel bad because obviously my wife and my baby are number one priority. But I just feel guilty that some of the guys that rely on me and look up to me and stuff like that are going to be without me for a couple months, and that bums me out. So I've been thinking a lot about that while I've been homesick. Um, But yeah, man, I'm just trying to stay positive, and I'm hoping whatever this cold is or whatever I've been going through goes away. Hopefully in the next couple days, so I can get back to training my guys and um, making sure they stay ready for their fights coming up, and also getting ready with my wife to be a good dad. Um, I am Big Back. Hi, hey, what's up? So yeah, I don't know. I just feel kind of guilty. Um, I also feel guilty, like that I feel guilty. You know what I mean? Because I should be wanting to like be at home and spending time with my wife only and not thinking about my guys. But it, I want to be two places at the same time. You know what I mean? I want to be training my guys and taking care of my wife and being there when the baby's born in April. So I don't know. Just been going through a lot of conflict lately. Not conflict, but just like life has just thrown me a bunch of curveballs. Me getting sick. Some of my guys getting injured. You know, my wife is only 5 foot. Like I think she's like 5'1", maybe 5'2", and she's um, you know, damn near 9 months pregnant at this point. So she's going through a lot of it. Um, Try drinking honey water for recovery. Bro, the type of potions I've been mixing up and shit like that, dog. Like, I've been doing the chamomile tea. I've been doing the honey. I've been doing what else? Oh fuck, I can't remember what it's called. Oh, elderberry. S- Thank you, Fragro Shooter, for the sub. Oh, sauna, you ain't lying, bro. I need to get back in the sauna and try to sweat this bitch out so I can get back to train or coaching and training. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. I try to avoid the sauna like plague because every time I go to the sauna, it reminds me of cutting weight, even if it's like for health or whatever else, dude. I just instantly get like PTSD of like, all right, you have a fight tomorrow and you need to lose 9 pounds right now, and you just sit in the sauna and suffer, and then you get off and you dry off and then you go on the scale. Um, um, and uh, and then you think you've lost all this weight and it's only 3 pounds. And you're like, fuck. So like you spend like 3 hours in the sauna and you're like, um, what sport? MMA and Muay Thai. Um, yeah, you ain't lying. Wildflowers is telling the truth. I remember when I fought MMA, it was in my early 20s, and I used to fight at 170. And my last fight was in Muay Thai in December, and that fight was at 180, bro, and I had the hardest time getting down to 180. It was so fucking tough. It was really tough. So yeah, but you're right. I do need to get in the sauna. I do need to take care of myself and all this shit. So yeah, so I can get back to training with my guys and be the best husband I can be for my wife. So yeah. Can you say 1 pound fish? From Angel. I don't know what that means, bro. Probably some inside joke I'm too fucking dumb to figure out right now. But anyways, what tips would I give someone for starting MMA? It depends on your age. Because if you're in high school, I would say the number one thing is wrestling. No matter what country, like if you unless you're in a country that doesn't have good prestigious wrestling, then I would say like any kind of grappling you can do. But if you can get into wrestling in high school, I think that's the number one thing that's going to translate to MMA, because I have seen guys that low level, like low level pros and low level and whatever amateurs that like don't really train striking at all, but they're just elite beast wrestlers that, for whatever reason they were really good in or high school, and then they're in college and they do wrestling, and they just can take anybody down. And if you can take anybody down and hold them there, you can win matches. And also the toughness you get from wrestling. I think it's hard to get that from anything else. I think that's why the Dagestanis and stuff like that in the UFC, they'll say it's Sambo, but really it is wrestling. But that's why they're so fucking tough and hard to deal with. So I would say wrestling. If you're older, I would say um, get into a gym that has uh, really good coaches for striking. So either like former pro kickboxers or Muay Thai fighters. Really good coaches for jujitsu who also preach wrestling, like not just like sport jujitsu, but guys that are gonna show you how to like hit takedowns and single legs and club digs and riding the pipe and fireman's carry and all this other stuff that you need to know to be able to get takedowns and then use your jujitsu. And then I would say um, have a gym where it's a bunch of killers. Like if you can go to a gym where everyone's beaten. Like when I got into MMA, I probably spent the first 2 years getting my ass kicked. in my gym before I started getting good. So, yeah, if you can find a gym with good striking coach and a good jujitsu and wrestling coach, that's really what you're looking for at a gym if you're out of high school. But if you're still in high school, do wrestling, bro. Nothing's going to be better down the line for preparing you for MMA than wrestling in high school. But yeah, um, that's what I would say. Cause I did it backwards, bro. I started striking and then I learned wrestling and jujitsu later on. And my first two fights in MMA I lost. Both of them were grapplers. One of them was from Gracie Barra Torrance, and another one was from a local gym that really focuses on wrestling. And it made me understand, oh, dude, I need to get my grappling up and my wrestling up. And honestly, that's probably why I transitioned to Muay Thai now because I just enjoy striking so much more than wrestling and jujitsu. So I don't know. That's where I'm at now. But yeah, y'all have kids. You guys have you guys have any children or anything like that? Anybody a father or mother? What gym do you What gym did you train? Well, right now I'm at a gym called Kraken Mixed Martial Arts. It's in Moorpark, California. It's about 30 miles outside of LA. But I've trained at a bunch of different gyms. I've trained at Quest MMA in Oceanside, California a long time ago. I don't even know if it's still there, but that's Dan Henderson's old gym. And I've trained at I've cross trained at 10th Planet, which is more of a jujitsu gym, but they do have good MMA guys. That's Eddie Bravo's gym because I'm like 20 minutes from the Valley. So Eddie Bravo's gym's in the Valley. There's a bunch of really good jiu-jitsu gyms in the Valley. But yeah, right now I coach at Kraken Mixed Martial Arts in Moorpark. And I train there as well. So um, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. But I've trained all over in my early 20s. Now I'm 35, so I'm old and I'm not gonna say washed yet, but I've definitely had better years. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, I'm gonna start uploading more. There's a video I was like kind of writing a script for. That's about why like self defense is bullshit. Like it's not a thing. People put self defense all the time, and there's no such thing as self defense training. There's just learning how to fight, and that's all that matters. And then not freaking out or freezing up or whatever when you get into a situation that's going to require you to defend yourself. So that was the next video I was gonna make and work on until I film some fights that some of my fighters have and upload the content. Um, but let me know what you guys want to see, you know, in the near future. I'm pretty over making fragrant, not over it, but I've done videos on most of my fragrances and my colognes and shit. So I think it's all gonna be fighting stuff going forward. But I don't know. I always say that, and then I'll find like a new cologne that I really like, and I'll do a video on it, and it does okay. So, but yeah, my next video is gonna be talking about how self defense is bullshit. Um, it's a marketing term. It's not a real conceptual thing. If you want to get really good and equipped for being able to defend yourself, you have to get good at fighting. There's no the idea that you can have self-defense without sparring and fighting and grappling and tapping people out and getting punched in the face, and then thinking that you took some self-defense classes, so now if somebody tries to attack you, you'll be good, is just a farce. It's not is bullshit. It's not real. You know what I mean? You have to have experience with fighting in order to properly defend yourself, because what's going to happen is, let's say you take a self-defense class and you learn some cool moves, whatever. All right, cool. So now you're walking home at night, and let's say somebody tries to fucking, uh, rob you or whatever, like beat you up or take your wallet or whatever. The second you get hit, if you're not used to getting hit in the face, you're gonna freeze up, you're gonna stiffen up, you're gonna duck and cover, you're gonna do all this shit, and you're just gonna basically give up your wallet, get beat up, whatever. You're just gonna be a victim. But if you have experience fighting, then you can take a hit, then you could take a punch, and you could be in these hostile environments, and you could still get out mostly safe and relatively healthy. You know what I mean? But self-defense is bullshit. My mom took a self-defense class. Some old retired cop was teaching it to like a bunch of middle-aged ladies, and I was like, all right, mom, use whatever techniques you want. I don't care if you want to gouge my eyes, kick me in the balls, whatever. Do whatever techniques you want. And I'm not going to use any of my MMA training or my Muay Thai training. I'm just going to come at you, and I'm just going to try to, like, basically apprehend you. And you to show me. And basically what ended up happening is, like, I came at her crazy. She, like, threw this, like, bullshit kick where she just kind of, like, hopped back and flung her leg out. And I just bear hugged her and, like, slowly took her down to the ground. And I was like, see, mom, I didn't use a technique against you. I just strong armed you. I'm 6'1", 180 pounds. So I'm not a little dude, but I'm also not huge. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm a little bit above average. 6'1", 180 in the States is, I think, a little bit above average, but actually I'm like 190. I'm lying. But that's the point. It was like, I was gonna make a video about, if you want to learn how to defend yourself, you need to have fighting experience. There's no way around it. You're not gonna get self-defense experience by taking a self-defense class. It's never gonna translate. It's never gonna be effective. And if you were able to properly defend yourself, it was just because you got lucky, or you had some false sense of confidence or some shit. But, like, yeah, for the most part, bro, you gotta learn how to fight if you want to defend yourself. That was my next video idea. And then I was gonna have some fighters come on and do some interviews. So a couple of Muay Thai guys I'm training right now, or was training with. One of them is on the youth MMA team for Elite MMA, which is Bas Rutten's gym. I was going to do an interview with him. But yeah, man, we have a bunch of cool shit coming up. I just haven't been active because your boy's been sick. So, but, all right, man, that's been 18 minutes. I think I'm going to dip. All right. Thank you guys. Like, comment, subscribe to the Most Trash Show on YouTube, Garage Goons. Thank you for the subs. Thank you, homies. Everybody who watched. Appreciate y'all. We out.